Good morning. How's everyone doing? Good? You all ready to talk about data? Yeah, yeah, awesome. Well, I want to welcome you to this morning and welcome you to FloorCon Day 2. I've met partners, future partners, local, from Tampa to Hawaii, and I want to thank you for flying in, coming in, and spending time with us this week. And also thank you for coming to my chat. There's a very exciting other chats going on right now. So thank you for coming to my session to talk about DHQ, to talk about data, and how to dominate your market. So I really, really appreciate that. It'd be a little rude if I didn't introduce myself. My name is Tom DeMoya. I'm the Director of Product Analytics at Broadloom. A little history about me. I'm a Florida boy, grew up in Central Florida and moved to Vermont. And I used to work for this company called DealerHQ. If you've ever purchased a car in the US, you've dealt with that company. And it has a lot of parallels to this industry where there's independent retailers who have marketing needs, who have back-end business needs. And I helped design a lot of the analytics architecture at that company. We were acquired by DealerTrack, and I saw the expansion and consolidation of the industry similar to what's happening here as well. And with that came huge data benefits, and I was able to be part of that growth and that consolidation of data across the industry. So if you ever bought a car in Auto Trader or done financing through a dealership, we've designed how to collect that data on a single platform. But like I said, I'm a director of product analytics here. I manage how we collect data here across all our websites, across our B2B products, and also the product of DealerHQ. And we're going to talk quite in depth about that this morning. A little bit on the personal side, like I said, I live in Vermont. Married to my beautiful wife, and we have two beautiful, very lovely cats. I'm a cat dad, and it's been great working from home and just kind of spending time with these little furry animals, so I'm sure y'all could relate. If you want to follow my shenanigans as well, I over-index in the summer, so you can follow me on Burlington Sunsets on Instagram. I love taking photos from my boat on Lake Champlain. That's the sun setting over the Adirondacks, and that's New York, and this is from Vermont. So that's like the scene every summer, every evening in Vermont. So feel free to follow me there. So let me make a promise to you this morning. You've come to my chat. There's a lot of other exciting things going on, but let me promise you what you're going to take away during this session this morning. You're going to learn what is DealerHQ, which is software that we've invested very heavily on. Is our central core piece of technology. You're gonna, what is DealerHQ? You're gonna see how it relates to your business. This is why you're here. You wanna see how this software is gonna help and empower your business. How to use DealerHQ. Not everybody has used it before. Some folks are new to the product, so we're gonna quickly run through just a very high level, 30,000 foot level. What are you to expect when you jump into the product? And what I'm really excited about is the future of DealerHQ. What's to come? There's a lot of announcements that were made in the industry this week, so that ties directly to our product of DealerHQ. And I'm going to use DealerHQ interchangeably. DHQ, DealerHQ, they're all kind of the same thing. So a quick question, quick raise of hands. Have you logged into DealerHQ this past quarter? So a good half or so. Who has not seen DealerHQ yet? Okay, a few folks. Okay, that's good to know. So at a very high level, I'm going to throw up perhaps the most complicated slide today. This is DealerHQ at a quick snapshot of all the data that it's ingesting. On the left side, you see your leads, visualizer leads, which are new, call leads, form leads, your chats, all get funneled into the lead portion of DealerHQ. We collect your website session data. So if you have a website with us, we plumb all your data into DealerHQ, much like Google Analytics. Page views, bounce rates, conversion rates, we plumb all that data in there, and you can see that performance. So you don't have to go into multiple platforms. Beyond that, we push email notifications out. If you receive a lead, you get an instant notification to wherever you want it to go. Location management, whether you have one store or 10, you can manage all your locations there, addresses, time of operation, all that detail there. which actually feeds a lot of our other products across the Broadloom stack. Visualizer data, exciting product that we have. Visualizer data, you want to know the performance of your visualizer and the performance of this Freetail company that we acquired. We plumb all that data in there through a dashboard. And then your ad performance. We're really proud of the ad performance piece because it keeps everyone accountable on how you're performing. We take data directly from the ad platforms and we just show you that verbatim. We pull in your reviews, we aggregate that, and there's a lot you could do there. And then RLM, we integrate with RLM now, and as you know, the new ERP role master is going to be added to this. So DealerHQ has become a core piece of software in the flooring industry. And I'm going to go ahead and say this. DealerHQ is going to become the most powerful tool in the software industry. With all the integrations that are happening, it started with very humble beginnings, but it's just going to grow and grow and grow. And it's going to be your main entrance point to all the other software products that are going to be tied in to Broadloom. So even when it comes to logging in, you're going to start your journey on DealerHQ. Even if you don't use our websites, you're going to use DealerHQ to go onto RLM and all the other products. So it's a fantastically powerful tool. And to really drive that point home, when I was making this deck in October last month, I was just like, how many leads have we managed? 600,000 phone leads just this year through October. And when it comes to form, 300,000 form leads. So just in a single year's time of 2021, we're looking over 1 million leads for the flooring industry. Nobody else is doing 1 million leads in the flooring industry. And managing those, collecting all that data, doing all the attribution, understanding who's interested in flooring products. So I would say this is the core portion of the flooring interest when it comes to software and lead management. So we're going to talk about how it relates to your business. And a little story, a little tangent here on jobs to be done and my theory on how I look at software development and product management. So who remembers the iPod? Who had an iPod? Everyone had an iPod, right? It was a fantastic product, mid-2000s. Everyone had one. Everybody had the white earbuds. You would see that. And it sold hundreds of millions. But then in November 2007, Microsoft, which had, I believe, a bigger market cap than Apple at the time, was a higher penetration rate than Apple at the time, was really, Apple was not where it is today back in 2007. But they released the Microsoft Zune. Who remembers that? The Zune. A couple of people had that. It had a bigger screen. It had a better UI. It had FM radio. It had more memory. So on a product basis, it had more features. You would think it's a better performer, but it eventually flopped. Why did it flop? They were in touchscreen. Could be one, yeah? Okay. A lot of folks think that the Zune flopped when you're in an innovative market like this because it didn't improve on the job to be done. And the job to be done in this case was not to play music. The job to be done was not to show off album art. The job to be done was not to store music. The job to be done in this case, in this market, was to set the mood. And think about that. It's just setting the mood. And the Zune came out and didn't set the mood any faster with any better speed or efficiency. And efficiency could be cost, it could be emotional. There's a lot of KPIs there. But from a jobs to be done perspective, the Zune didn't innovate. It was cool, but it wasn't innovative. It didn't move the needle. So when it comes to DealerHQ, what is the job that we're trying to do? We're not just trying to show you data. We could do that all day. Tons of other products do that. In my opinion, you could pull me aside during lunch after this and tell me I'm wrong. I would love to hear from you. But I believe the job to be done for DealerHQ is to make your life more comfortable. And I'll say it again, to make your life more comfortable. You are in business, I believe, to make your own life to be more comfortable, and you're using our products to be more comfortable. So whatever we could do to to get to that goal, to finish that job, is what I'm interested in doing. Whether it's new integrations, new workflows, that's what we're looking at to do in DealerHQ. So one way that I like to think of DealerHQ when I'm presenting the product is in kind of 5 steps here in question format. Because folks may ask me, okay, what can I do here? How does it relate to my core business? These are the things you could do right now, today, very quickly in DHQ in just a few minutes. You could answer, how many leads am I generating? That is the lifeblood of any business. We have customers that are very highly lead driven, and we deliver on that. So how many leads am I generating? Some folks have used pen and paper to capture leads, to track leads. Using DealerHQ, we funnel that into a orderly format that you could always review at any time of day. So you could answer, how many leads am I generating? You could answer, how are my leads being handled? That's a quality portion of the business. Is if you're here at FloorCon, you want to know how your leads being handled at home or at work when you're not there. You're able to do that in DHQ, and I'm gonna show you how. What products are my customers looking at? That is always a popular question. We understand that our catalogs are very large, and some stores have thousands of products on their catalog and hundreds and hundreds of samples in your store. But what's happening on the website? Even though I have this giant catalog, what are the products that my customers are looking at? Is there any trends that I need to understand? We started with that, with actually the visualizer report, and we're gonna jump into that. And am I capturing enough of my local market through marketing? Always a hard question to answer. We attempt to do that in DealerHQ. And ultimately, is my digital retailing healthy? We offer websites, we offer technology solutions, but ultimately, am I doing a good job? Is there some kind of measure that I can understand of how am I performing? So we're gonna jump into the core components of DealerHQ, and we're gonna run this through sort of a 30,000 foot level. So once you jump into DealerHQ, for those who are not familiar, this is what you see. We understand that leads are the lifeblood of your business and really drive the interest in the product. So as soon as you log in, that's what you see. You see your leads as soon as you jump in. We don't waste time showing other pages, other clicks. We drive you to your leads, and that is ordered in chronological order. Notifications. This is how we're going to communicate with you. We release features on a monthly basis. We have features always rolling out, always pushing out new things. This is how we're going to communicate with you with the what's new icon. You can click in that, see what's been released, you see what's new, and if you don't have a product and it's been released, and you may not see that notification because you haven't signed up. So the notifications are tailored to your product set within DealerHQ. And then all the detail about that product is in there, or a new feature, or a new way to do things, a new workflow, it's all in there. So we're gonna keep talking about leads here.
Thank you for calling Hawkins Flooring Warehouse. This is Kevin. How can I help you today?
Hi, Kevin. My name is Tom. I'm looking for Proximity Mills Flooring. What do you have in stock?
So this is a snippet of how we capture our leads and call recording. Every call that we manage, all 600,000, we record those phone calls, and we also transcript them. So if transcription is available and it's turned on for your account, you would see that within DealerHQ. If you're not at home, if you're not at work, and you're at the show, you could log into DealerHQ, see how your phone calls are being handled by your sales staff. You could always review conversations and see that detail verbatim because it's all been recorded. How long do we keep call recording? I believe it's at least 2 years now. I could get specifics for you, but it's quite a long time. Because you're getting so many leads, we have the leads filter menu. So this is a very easy way for you to jump in. Perhaps you want to filter all your phone calls. Just jump in, you filter for your phone calls, and you have everything there. The leads filter menu is always changing. We're always improving that UI set. So it's very powerful for you to go in there, filter exactly what you're looking for. Perhaps you want to review all your form leads, understand the quality of those leads. DHQ lets you do that. Lead search, we have freeform search. If there's a specific customer that calls you and you want to know that history, you're able to jump in there, type in their name, or perhaps they mentioned hardwood in their conversation in the phone call. This would come up, or they mentioned an address or something, some detail. You could use the freeform search, and it'll search all transcriptions and any detail about that lead. So very useful product to go in there and just, Alice came to the store. Let me just quickly see where we left off in kind of a very light CRM way. Lead actions. So now that you have your lead, what do you do with it? You could leave comments here down below. You could type comments for other sales staff. You could assign leads to other folks. And then you have a set of actions that you could take. You could call the lead if it's on your phone. If you're looking at DHQ on your phone, you could just press call and bring up the call app on your phone. You could email the lead right from there. It'll bring up the stock email application on your device or desktop. Or you could email them for review. So there's always lead actions that we're growing in that set, and it lets you take action on your leads and not just let them get stale. So we're going to jump into website analytics now, the core data part here. The website analytics portion of DHQ is perhaps the biggest dashboard and the biggest set that's growing, and this is growing essentially every month if you have all those products. The first dashboard that you see is kind of a very high level landing page of your performance. It's kind of an executive report. It shows you the most popular pages here. This client had a blog page that was very popular, that they're generating a lot of traffic. You see your overall bounce rate. You see your conversion rate down here, and that ties your lead performance. And then down here, you see your overall monthly trends. This is a fantastic 13-month snapshot for you to understand, and you're going to know more than anyone else what's been happening at your store. Was there a local event? Was there a sale? Is it a specific time of the year? In this case, this customer had a big jump in their conversion rate in April, and you're able to analyze back in time, what was my conversion rate month over month? What was my performance month over month? And it gives you that core detail at a very high level. The website analytics and really all the analytics dashboards, we're always improving them. We're releasing again and again and again, and we love hearing feedback on that. We're going to jump into visualizer reporting. This is an exciting one. We answer the basic question of how is your visualizer performing? You have your date picker, just like on any other dashboard. You have your visualizations, and then you have your photo uploads. This is really cool because it shows you how many people took the time to upload a photo of their house and dream about that floor or visualize that floor on their machine, on their property. Down here is the products visualized. This is our first step into what products are popular on your website. That's always a question is, okay, I'm getting a lot of traffic, but what are they looking at? This gives you that layout, and it tells you, and we're gonna expand on this in a very big way next quarter, but this is the kind of the first step of what is my interest on my products through what products are being visualized. Is there a specific tile that you don't have in stock that people are really looking at? Is there a specific pattern, color? It gives you that insight into what people are looking at on your website. We're gonna talk about Google My Business. We decided to put this in here because Google My Business is not our product, obviously, it's Google's. But it's become so popular, especially post-pandemic, through COVID. The power of the tool is only growing in popularity. We pull from the API, which just gives us very basic data, how many people have essentially looked at my directions, how many people have arrived, clicked to call, things like that. But here at the bottom, I want to highlight the photo section. This is part of keeping your digital retailing healthy. Anybody on Google with a Google account could take pictures of your business and upload those photos, and you can too. this tells you what's the breakout between customer photos and client photos. In this case, 17 merchant photos, 7 customer photos. And the good thing here is most people are viewing the merchant photos. But my question, is your digital retailing healthy on Google My Business? The amount of traffic that product within the ecosystem gets is amazing. And that's why we decide to pull down from their API your data and show it to you, even though there's nothing we could do about Google. We don't own Google My Business, obviously. So this is a great way to understand, is that product healthy? You can just go into DealerHQ and see that report. We jump into search reporting. I love this because this gives you, you're investing in your advertising business and you're seeing your cost per lead in here. Is that a healthy number? Is there improvement needed? Should we talk strategy? This report gives you all that detail on impression count, clicks, leads coming from your investment in search advertising. We're not going to go through all of them because there's search, there's social, but whether you're doing neighborhood ad manager with Omnify, it's going to be a similar report where we pull just directly from the API of those ad platforms. You don't have to log into those platforms, and you just log into DealerHQ and you see all your campaigns, you see all your data essentially verbatim from those platforms. And then we're going to jump into FSU reporting. This is exciting because we have our retail selling system here, and this FSU report gives you a very high level understanding of how that part of the business is going. There's an investment component, obviously, of the program, but it gives you your performance here. How many samples have been ordered? What interest you're generating from the Proximity Mills website? What products are being looked at? How many sessions from the dealer locator? So even though we have this branded website and these branded products, you're able to see very essentially intimate information that belongs to your business from the FSU program. So we're going to talk about the future of DealerHQ, and I think this is perhaps my favorite part of the presentation. We all like to think about what's coming in the future. How can I help retailers get their job done, which is what we talked about a little earlier. I'm happy to kind of announce that, and we talked about it earlier in a session yesterday, full attribution. I'm calling it click-to-floor attribution. This is essentially the holy grail of marketing, to understand what is your true cost per lead, all the way from the click down to the floor install. Nobody's been able to do that, and only the very best have been somewhat successful using napkin paper math at best. So because now we have the whole stack from the advertising spend all the way to your margins when you using Rollmaster, we're able to understand the full journey of the client and the full cost at each step. We're going to see what a real lead brings you. What is the ROI on an actual advertising lead? Sure. Mm-hmm. Yep. Yep, and we have, right, and for spam, the question was for spam calls, some folks get spam calls. We're gonna have a way for you to sort those out so it's not part of the equation of because it will dilute it will dilute. Right. Beyond that, we're gonna release lead scoring. And there's no dates on this, but this is the future of what's gonna happen. Lead scoring is huge because you get leads come in throughout the day and you don't understand if they're a hot lead, a cold lead, and you may treat them all the same. But if you have a little bit of insight that this person been on your website 3 times, they've looked at 6 products, they've visualized 10, they're gonna be ready to buy. That client is most likely to buy within a certain time span. Lead scoring is gonna give you that. And we're gonna highlight those leads. Hey, this is a hot lead. Pay attention, perhaps maybe give them a special attention because they've interacted in certain ways that their propensity to buy is going to be very, very high. Visualizer leads, that's something that's coming out very shortly. We're very excited about that. Visualizer leads, it's a new lead type. and is coming from the visualizer. But this is a short-term release that we're going to have pretty soon coming up. And SEO keyword reporting. Certain clients have this with certain products, but we're going to release this in DHQ for the premium product, those on the premium package. SEO keyword reporting is going to show you what keywords you rank for. If you're, let's say, in Miami, and you are perhaps very tile heavy, and you want to know, are you ranking for tile keywords? Are you ranking for Miami tile? You may or may not, and SEO keyword reporting will show you what are those keywords on all the platforms, on Bing, Yahoo, Google, if you rank for them. If you don't, you could engage with our ad team and create an ad strategy that says, hey, I want to pay for this. I'm going to jump the top of the line, jump all the SEO results, and say, I want to rank for Miami tile because that is one of my main products, and I'm not ranking with that right now. And benchmarking. A lot of our clients have come to us and said, okay, well, I see all this performance in DHQ dashboards, but so what? How am I doing with respect to my competition? We've thought about this a lot, and for this, we're making investments in data science to release benchmarking across DHQ. It's not going to be a single dashboard. It's going to be different components in DHQ. We've already released a small portion in the leads dashboard where you see your percent of missed calls. For those with call tracking, you could see how many calls were not picked up in your showroom. You have your average, and then you have a national average right now. As time goes on, we're going to release benchmarking to show you how my business is doing with respect to similar dealers and how my business is doing with respect to dealers in my area as well. So you're going to see that. There's not going to be any sensitive data shared, but it's going to give you sort of an understanding of where do you sit in your market when it comes to analytics. Because like I said, DHQ, we're handling everyone's leads. We're handling so much website traffic. We are able to share this data and give you an understanding of where you sit with your competition. And new integrations. You saw the Rollmaster announcement. We're gonna always move down the path of new integrations and new tools and new products. So we're extremely excited of what's gonna happen in the future. And DealerHQ will be that #1 piece of software in the flooring industry. Questions? Yeah. Yeah. Right. Right. Yeah, and the thing is, not every customer has RLM. Some customers have other products that do their CRM. Some may not want another product. So DealerHQ is going to be like a very light CRM, and then you have RLM if you want to be more serious, and then it goes down the path. So they'll talk to each other. Yes. So if you update something somewhere, we're going to make sure that it updates elsewhere, but you don't have to have the full stack to get the benefit of DealerHQ. Yeah. Yeah. And back there. But yeah. Yeah. That's a great question. We are onboarding CYS dealers now. So if you have ad spend with us, you are going to be one of the first to onboard with us. I would reach out to Julie. There is a list of folks who are getting onboarded as we speak. We're really excited. We've been working very hard to get feature parity with the reporting that you had with CYS through NinjaCat. And it's going to be, as you know, NinjaCat was a PDF that you would get monthly. This is going to be a 24/7 system. You can log in from anywhere in the world and see your performance. So a big upgrade is coming for CYS very shortly. Yeah, yeah. Yes, sir.
Just got a FloorForce website 2 weeks ago and haven't logged on to DealerHQ.
Okay.
Is there an app or just log in?
Yeah, there is a login. I'll take your name. I'll share the URL with you. And there's or if you reach out to your account manager, they'll get you set up, and you can get logged in, and all your data is going to be there. It's a web interface.
So there's website analytics, and then you had search analytics.
Yep.
So I assume the website analytics was, it couldn't just be organic. That includes paid.
That includes
analytics
all your
as
channels,
well.
right?
And then your search is just for your ad spend
Right,
analytics, right?
correct.
Shouldn't you sort of be looking at those together in a sense?
So the website dashboard has your ad spend traffic as it's the whole enchilada essentially.
Right.
The website dashboard gives you your direct traffic, your search traffic, organic traffic. The search dashboard is the data that happens before they get to your website. So all your clicks, your impressions, all that upper funnel data is that we pull from AdWords, we visualize there. And then eventually, then also the lead portion as well.
I guess I would have to look at that more closely to better understand that. Like I sort of have I have a spreadsheet for my analytics.
Fantastic.
It looked very similar to the way that you had the website analytics
Yeah.
there, you know, except my last column has my ad spent on it. You know, so I'm
Okay.
sort of looking at all those figures as I up or you know, lower my ad spend. Is that not the right way to look at it?
It is. I think what you're saying is that you're looking at your ad spend and you're seeing the performance on an ad spend basis.
For users, for sessions,
Yeah.
for all of that, you know, as I
That's essentially a
Change my ad
table
spend.
breakout that we have at the bottom of the search dashboard. So if you jump into that search dashboard, at the bottom we have a rolling 13-month breakout with essentially that table on an ad spend basis down to the campaign level. So we have that. But if you have any ideas, we'd love to hear how you're looking at data.
okay, thank you. I don't think so.
Is the click-to-floor attribution available if you're doing your own PPC to like import in there? Is
It
that
will-
only a floor force?
It would not be available yet.
Thank
So
you.
we're gonna prioritize those who use the full platform. The click-to-flow attribution? Yes, that is one of our number one priorities into the new year is essentially release that feature is the click-to-floor. Because that's the holy grail. That's something that any marketer, any business person has wanted to know. What is the value of each lead down to the penny? I spent $1,000 on leads. Well, it made me $25,000 in profit. Wow, like nobody knows that yet really in the industry, like Todd said. And once you do that, then you could really optimize. Then you could really crank it up and say, well, you know what? I'm gonna blow up my spending 5x. Or you know what? My radio ad didn't do anything, and I spent $2,000 on that. Let me turn that off. So you're gonna see your performance down to a really high level once we release that. That's an interesting use case. I believe some clients have actually done that before. Let's talk to account management because I think it's just a lead form essentially in that case. The problem with that is also you would be mixing two jobs to be done essentially at that point. Clients who are interested in your products and clients who are interested in submitting a form for job applications. So I would caution against that, but I'm sure the technology could be used for that. For your phone? Okay. Yeah. How many use DealerHQ, or of those who use DealerHQ, how many have used it on their phone in this room? Because we have our stats, a few folks. Fantastic. Then the web interface? Okay. Yeah. I assume iOS app. Yeah. Cool. Any other questions? Yes. There is a text application. The email workflow is, we have essentially a template that we create. Oh, You're saying to the client, not to you. Not. That's something, that part of marketing is something that our clients have asked us about, and we're going to be working on. Not yet. As the business owner, yeah. If leads get submitted, you get an email to your inbox. Yeah. Any other questions? Are we almost out of time back there? 3 minutes. Well, if we have no more questions, thank you for your time today. I appreciate and you coming to my session versus the other sessions, and I would love to chat with you after this. So, thank you.